Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. I don't know all the names by heart, not like that, not by names. Um, by meaning, yes, but not by names. Alright, so we're going to start with the rose quartz, work our way from the left to the right. Put these two aside for now. Let's get to it. I had a very interesting dream about these people. Went and visited a lot of people over the last 2 days in my head. Um, Animal spirits were guiding me to all types of people, and was peeking in and letting me get an in depth on their inner souls and checking them out. And they were letting me check out what was going on with them, some of the problems they're having. Spirit was explaining it to me, shit that they can't get over themselves because of their own hiccups or defects or defaults. Everyone has them. No one's perfect. No one's Jesus. So yeah, we're gonna get into this, get into some gifted abilities. Maybe some people that don't realize they have these gifts. Maybe they wonder why they get certain afflictions and they're just good people and they're like, why? You're gifted, okay? It comes with the turf. Your life's gonna suck as much as it's gonna rock. That's for damn sure. Also, we're going to be talking about things that you might not be aware of. Why like karma happens, why afflictions happen, and you're like, man, I didn't do nothing to deserve this. Why am I getting dealt this? Sometimes the gifted have to survive things, you know, that others would, when they go through the same thing, would act very poorly and make very poor decisions and lash out at the world or the community or all that shit. A lot of that, whatever they would do, 90% of the world does. You know, as a gifted, as a 10%, you're part of the requirement that you got to go through and you got to act right while going through it, and show the world how to do it right. And that's why sometimes we got to be afflicted with things, even though we didn't rightfully, karmically pull on ourselves. So, I just want to explain that because people would be like, why are you just pointing out bad shit? I'm like, well, gifted normally have complications with their abilities. As much as they get Superman shit out of it, they get kryptonite shit too. Okay, so let's get to this. Anyways, this is the rose quartz. So, Three of Cups. Doesn't surprise me with the rose quartz. Immediately I get the empath vibe on this person. Um, this is someone. Oh yeah. And by the way, I'm gonna do this extra wild. I'm not gonna just go 2 or 3 cards. I'm going into it. We're gonna get into what this is about on each of these 3 cards. Now, that's gonna mean that there's 3 cards dipped from the deck, and I don't know what they are until I flip it. But yeah, there's a price to pay. But I'm sure those other cards Spirit wanted out of the deck. So we're gonna talk about each of these 3 cards, and we're gonna get into depth what it wants to know. Spirit, what do you want me to know about this empath? I can already tell this is an empath. It's the Three of Cups. Other tarot readers might see Three of Cups as something else, celebration, parties, whatever. I also see the Three of Cups for empaths as one of the major arcanas. I mean, it may not even be a major arcana. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying that as a major card for empaths because people underestimate what an empath's real role is about. And it's the Three of Cups. It's celebration. It's bringing people together so they don't feel alone in this world and blow their brains out. That's pretty much what it boils down to if you want to put it in a nutshell, why impasse exists. Without us, you fuckers and us fuckers too, as far as impasse. Hey, I don't got a super holy person in here, so I'm cussing tonight. Okay? I only do that PG shit when I've got an empath may be a holy person in a way, but not like the other one. That was a divine, like, want to be Jesus, and they're like, oh, that's pretty harsh. No, I'm saying that one read I did, the Jack of all trades spirituality, that person is probably Jesus' cousin or some shit. I wouldn't put it past them. They got some holiness. They're rivaling for that position. Whatever they've done in this lifetime, wow. But, they're not here in this energy, so I can cuss all the hell I want. This is an empath, a couple of them actually. I dreamed about a couple females in this, and then actually a couple males too. Um, they were all in this gathering, which was weird. It was actually in this field where they were like all discussing debates on how to solve problems with their charges. It was really interesting in a wheat field. And it was like they were having a picnic, but with no food. Like there was food, I didn't see it, but it was like they're all, like how you sit around on a picnic on a blanket and you all like a lounge in there, just relaxing. That's what it was. It was like a nice windy field, and there was like 7 to 9 empaths there. I don't know the exact number. It's hard to count in the dream world, but there's a lot of people there. And I was like, whoa, what are all these empaths doing here? Because these are three, I just woke up, so the dreams are still in my head from today and yesterday that I've been accumulating on these three individuals. Um, and I knew Spirit will talk about it, but this empath is the life of a party. Now, everyone knows that about empaths, that they can give energy. Oh, man, this might be too loud. Everyone might know about empaths, that they can give energy, heal, make people laugh, make them feel good. I want to pull some clarifiers on this. So this is definitely a strong empath vibe. Someone that has the life of a party. When they're happy in a party setting, everyone's happy and having a good time. There's no conflict. There's little drama, little outbursts. And if there was outbursts, this empath would probably get involved and settle it right down. Because a lot of people underestimate. A cop says they're the peacemakers. Yeah, right. You wish you had my job. You wish you had my job. You ain't no peacemaker. An empath is a peacemaker. You're an enforcer. Get it right. Okay? You wear a gun. All right? I do the same thing a cop does with my mouth, never needing a pistol. I might have blades on me because that's who I am. I'm a blade master, but it ain't to intimidate people, and you'll never see me draw it on anyone. And the few that I have drawn my blades on, I was definitely thinking about using it. you know, you don't want to make me mad with that, but I mean, you have to offend my morals pretty highly or make me think you're pretty evil, to make me hold my hilt, Um, but yeah, cops are enforcers, Get it right. They're not peacemakers. Do they enforce peace? Enforce, yeah. But they don't make peace. They don't do it like other people do. 9 times out of 10, when you have dealing with the cops, you go to jail. No matter if you were right or wrong. Hell, you could be right as rain and still go to jail, not realizing you broke some hidden fucking law. It's that simple. You go to jail. I mean, how many fucking potheads are behind bars? Anyways, back then, fast. Sorry. I get off on like how fucking cops think they're the cops, like they're the natural peace order. Yeah, right. It's empaths that have been keeping this world glued together since the dawn of man. Especially as far as the heart goes and the soul goes. Let's get some cards, Spirit. Shut me up if you want me to talk about the read. Give me some cards. Hold on. I'm kind of focused on Spirit. Can I please get some cards for these empaths? Thank you. Let's hear the real message instead of just what I dreamed. Because even what I dreamed, it only shows me so much. The Spirit will fill in things that I can't remember because it's all hazy. Because dreams are hazy no matter what way you look at them, especially when you're waking up in the 3D. 3D is such a different reality here. Alright. Wow. What the hell's going on here? 3 upside down. I hope they're bad cards upside down. Shit, we got the Empress upside down. Oh, well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Knight of Pentacles. Been there into 25 years. Visitors. Message to share. Okay. That's a weird message. I didn't think of that in the dream. Okay, that's easy to understand. Whoa, wait. That's upside down too, right? Yeah, that was upside down. So wait. Oh, shit. Well, okay, we do got a message here. Pretty good one, too. A warning message. I didn't know it'd be this kind. I thought it was going to be helpful. It's going to be talking about your abilities. Sure, I want to pull a lot of clarifiers on these, though. But you also, it like changed the read all of a sudden to where these empaths, a couple of them out of this group, got something coming their way and they need to be warned. Spirit's like, hey, look, I know you want to do it this way, but we need you to warn these people, not just fucking tell them what they already know about themselves. So, okay. Hold on, Spirit. Like, there's something going on here. There's a message here. I'm going to still state out your abilities. That's right here. That's these two. But these three all come out as a separate thing. They're all coming out like, hey, we'll talk about that, but we got a little side note to add on to that. So I'm gonna do that real quick because I don't know what Spirit is trying to say over here. Hold on, I'm gonna have to pull clarifiers on this. I'll focus on that in a minute. Let me see what the hell Spirit's trying to warn you, because this is like 3 or 4 days down the road that this is saying this is coming up. Because this comes off as in future tense. Alright. What the heck is going on over here? Why are you saying the Empress and no delays? Because Spirit said that in the picture. It's not about being an Empress. This isn't an emotion card for me right now. This isn't about being an Empress up or down. This is about an action. And upright, it would say delays will prove necessary. But upside down, that means it's happening now. It's happening immediately. There ain't no delays. That means you ain't got no more time. You're out of time. Could be like one of those things where you're late to get to work or some shit kind of deal. Something like that. It makes me feel like you're out of time or time's up. Time ran out. Now you got to choose or do. So I want to know about this Empress. Thank you. Finally, the Fool upright. Good friends, happiness, needing to take a giant leap forward. So it's saying that you need to take action, a big leap with a friend. Maybe a friend asks this particular empath to do something big, go somewhere, do something, be a part of something, and you're debating on it, and you're not sure. It could just be going on a trip. It could just be going to a family house. It could be going cross country, whatever. It could just be going down the road to the next town over and fucking, I don't know, whatever. It's just saying that someone asked you to do something and you didn't make your mind up yet. Hold on, let's get to more of what this is about. Okay. Why is that moving you to rough waters? See, this is what worries me is this card. Six of Swords upside down. Six of Swords upright is like saying you're moving out of trouble. You're going to good times. Upside down is saying you're going upstream into the rapids with the alligators and crocodiles. It's like no, this is bad. So someone's going into a head first into something rough. Hold on, we need to make sure we avert this. Knight of Pentacles, and they're keeping something from you. What are they keeping from you? Spirit, what are they keeping from you? See, that Knight of Pentacles is like, that they bear good news or bear some news, good or bad. This is someone, instead of bearing news, keeping news from you. Could be this friend. They might have something to know, or, it could be another outside party. Take it as it resonates. But someone's keeping something from an empath. That's hard in itself to do. Like, kudos to you for being able to lie to an empath, or at least withheld the information that you know. Good luck holding on to that, though. It's only a matter of time before they figure it out. The more you speak to an empath, the quicker they learn you, or at least learn the motive and agenda. What is this they're trying to hide? Spirit? What are they keeping from this empath? And how are they doing it? How are they fooling an empath, a truth seeker? I don't understand that. You can't, even a narcissist has a hard time with that. I mean, they pull it off, don't get me wrong, but, that's because they take advantage of the empath's love. What is this? Nah, that's not enough. I want more. Tell me more. Tell me more, Spirit. Call the fox for cunning. This is being an elusive motherfucker. Let's call the fox spirit for cunning. You can track this fucker down. Stop trying to get away from me, energy. I ain't allowing it. I want more. The magician ain't enough. Tell me more. That's great that there's good news or a surprise coming. That's great that you can manifest or non-manifest. Or this person can. But wait, if they can manifest or non-manifest, that means they might be empathic or a Gemini. What? So they're a magician. They have the ability of the magician, or they're crafty. In a negative sense, they could be very crafty, very manipulative, very cunning themselves. Um, if they're a magician and they can manifest, manifestors normally take care of people. So why the hell are they keeping this from me? What is this secret? And why can't I sense the energy around it? Why is it warded? Come on, Spirit. I've got greater access than this person to Spirit. There's no way they can override me. I call FBI clearance. Let's go. Give me access to this energy. I'm not giving up. One of you out there, you all owe me a life debt of animal servitude. So, thank you. Good. Life debt paid. Thank you. Got 2 cards. I should have stolen my music. I can't even see if people are in here. Nope, let me do myself. I'm with it. Alright. So we got 3 of swords, upside down, heartbreak. What? That don't make no sense. What? Wow, this is a very deep message. So they're keeping something from you. They're very crafty, very cunning. I say that because they can fool an empath, and they're a magician, so it makes sense. Magician would be the one that could, with that energy, that could fool an empath. That would be the only energy that would be able to pull it off. But they also got a Hierophant, which is the marriage card. They're trying to keep something from you about a marriage, dealing with. Well, see, that's the weird part. This is 3 of Swords. That would mean heartache and heartbreak and deception and all that shit. Jealousy and all that. Upside down, it means the opposite. They're trying to withhold their feelings from you. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Oh, now. Yeah. This motherfucker is so gifted that they're literally hiding their feelings from you. This isn't bad upside down. Not to me. I always hate this card, especially upright. That's the worst way. This is good energy. They're just hiding their feelings. That's why you hear inquiring about them. You sit there and think that they're all this shady shit. Oh, I get it now. Okay. So you're getting this vibe over. A couple of these people are getting this vibe that this person is negative. It's you that's got the wrong condensation or feeling for this person. You're thinking they're off hiding and keeping something from you, and that makes them look shady, basically. And it's not. They're not shady. All they're keeping from you is their affection for you. Now, that's not to say you ain't got your enemies. Every empath does. You know that. But let's just say that this person isn't one of them. The only thing they're keeping from you is how. It's funny. They're keeping from you that they see you as marriage material. They're keeping from you that they see you as the opposite of heartbreak, because maybe one of these cards is something else that I'm missing, or I don't know, but it's the opposite of heartache. They're keeping from you that they have massive love for you. I know that people wouldn't see that this way, but hey, it's the way it resonates. I mean, if you want to go on a side story and see it in a different way for those other empaths this might not be resonating with, it could also be saying that they're trying to prevent a heartbreak. This person cares so much that they're trying to prevent a heartbreak. Like they're trying to approach you very cautiously, like a turtle. Like you ain't threatened by a turtle no matter how fast it comes at you, right? Come on, it's a fucking turtle. You can fucking take one giant leap backwards or step backwards, and it takes 5 minutes for that turtle to catch the fuck up with you. The point is that the other way, it's resonating as someone playing it safe, trying to keep your feelings in consideration. They're worried about hurting you. See, it could be taken that way too. That they don't want to cause you heartache or pain coming in to be your friend. They want to cause you love. You know, they want to protect you. They're trying to prevent heartache. Not so much that they're trying to love you, right? Which they probably are if they're going through this much preparation. I'm definitely seeing that, and that they see you as marriage material. That doesn't change on either story. They definitely see you as marriage material. So if it's not that they see you as the opposite of heartbreak in the sense of that they see you as love and all this, and they're keeping their love and feelings from you, and they are open and truthful, then it's that they're trying very carefully in their ways of approaching you and dealing with you very cautiously to make sure they don't cause pain at all. They don't even want to fucking make you uncomfortable, like in the sense of feelings or doubt or fear or dread or anything. They don't want you uncomfortable at the least. They want you, when you leave their presence, to always have a good impression of being in their presence, if that makes sense. Especially because I think they know what you are. I think they know you're an empath, that they know you're empathic, if nothing else, and that they know you have a big heart, and they know this person comes off, this lover, this friend, whoever this is, comes off as someone that knows people like you always get it the worst. Like people like you give out the most love, and know that people hate people like that, and hurt people like that just to feed on that negative energy and pain that they cause. So they're coming at you so cautiously to make sure you know everything about them is stepped right, and that they're friendly, that they're, hey, white flag here. Look, my swords are on the ground, have them. I'll back away, and you've got your swords in your hand, and they're like, you can kill me if you want. I'm not here to fight you. That's as peaceful as it fucking gets. They've surrendered their weapons without ever putting up a fight. They're like, look, my swords are right here, and I bring some extra weapons for you. Something like that. Like that, I bring extra tools, extra assets. I'm here to help, and if you allow me, I'm here to love you. They want to love you. They want to go in very slow and make sure they do this right. Okay, now off of that, wait. No, it doesn't explain this though. Why is this in the future? 'Cause that's present. So I don't get why present is relating to this future. Hold on, let's clarify this. What are they walking into? And is it them or is it you? Is it the viewer or is it the ones the viewers are involved with? What are they walking into with that Six of Swords? I really don't like that upside down. That scares the shit out of me. That's a savior card right side up. Upside down means you're walking into hell. You're opening up the gates of hell. And you're going right in like you want a home. What the hell? That really worries me. Way too many cards, Spirit. No, no, I can't accept that. That's way too many. I can't read all that. Try it again. Why are they walking into hell in the future? Or how do we prevent this hell from happening? Maybe that's the question I should ask. What is this? And you'll be like, golly, Spirit, we don't need a fucking 9-hour lecture. Holy cow. Calm down. You got a lot to say, huh? Okay, maybe I'm asking too many questions. Let me try this. Focus, Daniel. Focus, Daniel, son. Yo, why is that song in my head? What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it? Maybe it ain't about love. Maybe it's about friendship. I know Tina Turner's song is actually about like heartache from Ike, but still, uh, yeah. Maybe it's just like this is about trying to be friends with you. Could be that too. What the hell is the Six of Swords? Come on, Spirit. Give me. I'll let you answer. I won't ask questions. Let me just focus and shuffle. So I guess I'm sorry, but I follow spirit rules. When they say there's a card, and they say I need to pop this shit out. Okay, there we go. Only one card. It was upside down. I'm just gonna read it. Whoa, shit. Shit. That changes everything. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Spirit, is this related to the Nine of Pentacles? Is that related to the Nine of Pentacles right there in the present? Is that person that's keeping those secrets? Why are they keeping secrets? See, now it goes from message to secret. So they're keeping something. If that's them, I need to verify that. Something in the future is coming up with secrets, though. High Priestess in the upright is someone that's in line with spirit, connected to the divine, has basically a phone line to the higher ups, you know, to get them out of emergencies and out of bad situations. Okay, Spirit, I'm talking too randomly. I'm sorry. What the hell are these secrets about, Spirit? Give me more on that. Why'd you give me that? That's too bad. That's two negatives in the future on top of each other. Why? I don't like that. We gotta know now. We gotta know now. I'm sorry for the extra long read, but I'm too curious. I can't leave an empath in jeopardy. I have to know what this is. And this is like 4 or 5 days down the road, maybe 6. Whenever you see this, be warned that it's a few days in advance. This energy comes off for me right now, 4 or 5 days down the road. Be prepared for this. This is coming up quick too, because I didn't do long future. I only did the immediate, like 2 or 3 days in advance. It's just a general vibe on that, so it won't go past a week. What the hell? What is this? Why are you doing this? This was all good. This is a particular one of this group of empaths. It's not all of them. Actually, I don't think it's most of them. I think most of them are just generally this, which we'll get back to. I just want to know who this. I'm picking up a vibe on this specific one. Man, you just are having shit luck with reversals. Wow, wow, man. 10 of Pentacles upside down. So you might be getting fucked out of money. Yeah, you're getting fucked out of money. Happiness, money, however you want to look at it. Pentacles, that's the 10 of Pentacles. That's your overall joy. Someone's trying to fuck you out of happiness. Well, well, well. Huh. Alright. People will be like, okay, well, that's just a bad reading. Well, do you want me to lie to you? You know, this is for the particular group that I dreamed about too. So that means there's 1 or 2 of them that's involved in this. So if they're affecting my destiny, Spirit, how do I help them avert this? How do I help them avert this? How do I make this backfire in this obvious narcissist or someone like a narcissist's face? This is a planned action. Someone is trying to steal your happiness. Hold on. How do I make this backfire? How do they make it backfire? What advice can I give them to help them understand to put the rock in the pond? One, there's 2. Okay. Wow. Yo, whatever this is just bad. There's nothing good coming out. There's not, like, 4 of Swords and a 10 of Swords. There's nothing good to hear to say. They did both come out upright. These people are going to try to put you in the 10 of Swords state. Right now, you're in a healing state. You're resting, taking rest, or needing to take rest if you haven't. This is a person in the coffin state. Like I said, this is my true death card, where, like, if someone doesn't do this, they would die either way. They perish either way. Because this is like you're out of energy. You got to go in the coffin, and if something attacks you in that coffin, you're dead either way. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is someone in rejuvenation state, and then someone's gonna come out of nowhere, fucking with your happiness, trying to put you into a 10 of Swords state. This is bad. Okay, Spirit. I mean, you're just elaborating more of what I already know, that someone's trying to steal someone's happiness, and you told me at least that they're in a healing state. So one of my empaths is in wounded mode, wounded warrior mode. I don't need that card to see it now. It's right here in the sense of the 4 of Swords. I see it. That's my wounded warrior. You're in recovery mode. I mean, you could do the 7 of Wands or whatever the one is where he's leaning on the stick with the headband. That's my wounded warrior too. Yeah, this energy comes off as fucking vindictive as hell. Holy shit, it's sick with negativity. I don't even like tasting it. It's so nasty. Ugh. Alright, so still didn't give me an answer at how to prevent this. Spirit, what can I tell this empath to help them avoid this? Please, Divine, answer that. If they walk right into this, show me how to teach them to walk left. Spirit, what is the answer to this? How do we avoid this? Spirit, give me more on this trip. What do you mean to travel, to go away? Where are you telling them to go? I'm taking that. You gotta come out yourself. Okay. You both come out. All right. Oh, that's really easy to understand. Okay, so Ten of Swords upright is weighed down by the problems, very heavy load. Guy carrying a lot of bundle of sticks. You can see that, you know, basically carrying more than he should, or more than most would. All right, it's upside down though, which is good news. And it's saying Ace of Pentacles, money coming, divine wish being granted. Your wish will be granted when you put down the load. Whatever you're carrying, put it down and walk the fuck away. That's what it's saying. Because with the Page of Wands, I'm sorry I picked my nose. I don't give a shit. I don't care about fame or any of that dumb shit. And I ain't trying to be popular. The Page of Wands is about travel. Young woman to 25 years, travel over land. The Temple card. Basically, if you're seeing temples or pyramids in the background, you are freaking traveling. You are doing a long trip. You know, you've gone a distance because most people ain't from Egypt, you know, or Sahara or any of the other places where there's temples. You know what I mean? Majority of the populace is elsewhere. So, point being is, if you're all the way out here, you're a long way off the beaten path, or you're right where you need to be. Point is, you went far and wide to get here. Okay, and the spirit's saying to take a trip, to drop your burdens, and money coming and divine wishes being granted, but to get the hell out of there. Run, hit the road, Jack. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. It's pretty much like that. It's saying get the hell out of Dodge. You know, skip bullet and get out of Dodge. Okay, that's done. That's what it's telling me. So that's what you need to do. When you get this message, you got 4 days. On the fourth, sixth day, shit's gonna hit the fan, and you're not gonna want to be there when it does, because your shit will fly with it. You know, if you get what that means. So get the hell out of Dodge. Go take a 2 day vape, you know, or vacation, whatever you want to call it. Go on a road trip. Just, you know, don't even tell anyone actually, or if you do, make sure it's not this person you're taking with you. Because I don't know what it is, but you got to avoid this. You just got to avoid the encounter, and then it works out for a divine wish. Because that's the only damn good card in that whole future read is that Ace of Pentacles at the end of it. And it's only saying that if you do the road trip. Get the hell out of Dodge. I don't care where you go. Go to Niagara Falls. Go to freaking Wyoming Park, whatever. You know, California. I don't care. Just take a 2 day, 3 day trip to make sure that when you get this read that you just ain't there on the fourth day, third day. You know, not going to be good for you that day. I'd be fishing somewhere in the wilderness where I don't have to be dealing with grizzlies over whatever is going to go down that day. Okay, that's over with. All right, now back to the other impasse that were in this dream. Sorry, but that was just general for like 2, maybe 3 of them. I'm not sure. There's like 9 impasse, 7 impasse here that I'm discussing, but we need to get back to the masses of them, the 7. So yeah, these impasse are very good at causing celebration. Multifaceted auroras on a couple of them. Be warned, fellow empaths. I'm a Heyoka. be warned that you're probably aware that when you're happy, everyone's happy around you. That when you're joyful, everyone feels joyful. Be also aware that when you're sorrowful or pained or in agony, to not go around as many that aren't shielded or used to you, because you're causing pain. Like you're so power. A couple of you are so powerful that your misery affects others just as good as your joy does. So when you're in a state of depression, you need to kind of confine your energy. And know that's a little harsh. The spirit's saying that. It's saying that you're so, but it's also saying at the same token that when you're in your state of love state, your peace state, your zen state, your balance, and you're harmonized, everything around you is too. Life's copacetic. Life goes pretty good to you. Only narcissists will come out of the blue to try to fuck with you, and you generally have good allies to stay there and fuck with you on your behalf. Stay on your side, your allies, you know. Um, but it's also spirit. Like I'm getting a lot of animal spirits resonating out of this forest in here that are showing me that they need to watch also the negative side of them. That even feeling blue within a 15 to 50-foot radius makes others feel blue, even in an apartment complex. Like, say, an empath is in a building that's like 7 layers deep, that whole building's affected by them. Like, if they're all, and a lot of them don't even know it, that when that empath goes into a depression, all of them feel shitty up through that whole building, and there's fights breaking out all over that building. They don't get that it's this empath that's causing it. You're so powerful that you have to watch your emotions. They leak out of you. I don't think this empath that I'm speaking of, I think they radiate with such a high ability of empathy and they contain so much emotion and absorb so much out of atmosphere that they leak it. They can't contain it all. This empath might have a particular problem with venting their emotions out. They're very good at absorbing the environment and taking the stress away from the situation, but they're not good at expelling that negative energy which they absorb. They might be stunted in that ability. This particular one, not all of you are going to resonate with this defect. I want to take the parts that do. But this particular one might have a problem expressing the energy. We as empaths, when we absorb a lot of energy, it's only natural that we give it back to Gaia, give it back to nature. I don't care what no one says. Oh, you say you believe in God. I do, but God doesn't ask me to give that energy back to Him. He asks me to give it back to nature. Okay, so when I absorb the negative energy out of a room, I redistribute it to the atmosphere, which is Gaia. Okay, and it's like God is everything. Okay, whatever. God is everything. God did make everything. Sure, sure. But Gaia is Gaia and God is God. Okay, God made Gaia. Okay, I don't see it the other way around. You know, Gaia is a servant of God, not the other way around. Okay, um, so it, yeah, I don't even try to wrap my head around understanding Gaia, Holy Ghost, Jesus, and all that as one maker. I mean, that could be that, that could not. I don't. That's not my job to understand that, so I don't waste energy on it. Um, But what the point is that they're all on the same side, so it doesn't really fucking matter. Okay, y'all want to be like blasphemy, whatever. I don't care. Burn me in hell then. That'll be God's doing. That won't be yours. So I'm not worried about it. I've only spread goodness in His name and only ever tried to honor Him. So if God burns me for that, okay, then I burn for that. I've been baptized. I've been all that shit. You know, and I love God on my own terms, my own makings. But just putting that out there. This empath needs to watch it though. Like I don't think they realize that when they're negative, they think they're keeping it to themselves, but it's like kind of like a bad fart. It's leaking out of you, and just because you're not smelling it, it's because you're used to your own scent. You're not smelling it. You're not smelling this bad aura you're sending out when you're negative. It's not saying you're a bad person. It's just saying keep your shit in check. Or if you're so overwhelmed by your negative emotion, remove yourself from the area. You're going to hurt everyone and yourself worse because they're going to realize it's coming from you, that negative source, and they're going to attack you even more and make the situation even worse. So you might have to learn how to vent properly, expel your energy. Try meditation, Try sitting next to river or elements. If you're a real Gaia-based person, go back to nature. Nature will naturally absorb it out of you when you just go meditate or when you sit next to something peaceful. If you're on a mountain, sit on the top of the mountain or go to your favorite spots of an overlook and feel the wind if you're an air element, brushing on you. Sit somewhere, if you're on a beach, sit somewhere on the beach and let the sand roll through you, the water wash over your feet. You'd be amazed how you are one with earth when you're doing such things. Um, so yeah, I feel like you need to learn proper ways of venting, expelling your negative energy. You're holding on to too much of it, and you're not holding on. You're not being fair to yourself. This particular empath, you're not focusing your positive energy on. Let's get some clarifiers. You're focusing your positive energy. You're not focusing on just your positive, is what I'm saying. Your positive is great at healing. You're really good at what you do when you're in a great mindset, but I don't think you realize that you affect a lot of people negatively for a big space. Like this empath has a wide radius. Like your bubble stretches pretty fucking far, like a good mile, I'd almost say, on this particular one. That's why I think they don't realize they have such an impact on their environment. A lot of people don't realize that empaths are shepherds of energy fields. There's always at least one empath in every area, generally. And if there's not, that's a pretty negative area. There we go. There's some cards. So, you wanted one more to come out, huh? Okay. Wow. Yeah, well, it's also saying, Spirit's also saying that I feel sorry for your enemies. This might be something of a big conspiracy down here of warning for this one empath to watch out for these people. But over here it's saying that they don't stand a chance in hell. Wow. Yeah, I might be warning you for nothing. I mean, you might be getting premonitions or something. You might have extra abilities here. Yeah, that's upside down though. Okay, someone really is withholding information from you impasse. Because that's even here now. What the fuck? That's a knight. That's someone coming at you. No, that's someone not coming at you. That's someone holding it back from you. Okay. Yeah, but the good thing is the work frustrations is Seven of Pentacles is upside down. That's good. It means you're not frustrated, that you're actually vibing your shit. Yeah, this person, yeah, man, even when you face multiple people, you win hands down. I feel like this is a bigger group though for this one particular impasse. So watch out for them. Just take a trip away. Spirit says it's as easily as walking away that you avoid this whole catastrophe. Imagine it's like you gotta be here at this specific time, at this specific place for this bad shit to happen. Imagine it like a bad trap. And they need you to show up and put your foot in the fucking trap to fucking get sprung. You know what I mean? If you don't show up there on that day, on that time, everything blows up in their face. Let me put it like that. It backfires. In fact, it's like they wait too long to where the trap springs on an innocent instead of them, and something like that, to where like everyone notices you attacked me for nothing. You set this up to downfall that person. Instead, you got me. Fuck you. You know, it's like it backfires on them just by not showing up. Everything goes wrong for their whole setup, and I feel like it's the biggest and last failure that they try on this empath. And then when they fail at this, they ain't gonna have no more cards. They ain't gonna have no more plays on this person. But I do feel like it's very dangerous. Like there's so many negative warning cards saying that you have to avoid this. So if you feel like a bunch of negative people are coming at you or want you to meet you in one particular place, don't go. Like, fucking take a 2-day trip. And we're like, where were you on Tuesday? Fishing. What? We said be here at this time. It was really important. Yeah, I know, but a big bass had my name on it. Just get those urges. You know what I'm saying? You ain't lying. You just had to go fishing. You know, there ain't no lie to that. If you just felt the compelling to go fishing, whatever your sport is. Yeah. So these empaths over here, every single one of these are warrior empaths. They're the type of people that don't lose word battles. I admire that. Um, type of people that can see right through bullshit too. If someone's trying to withhold information from you. That goes to this present. That links to this same person because they're both knights, and they're trying to hold information from you guys. Like those two stories, whether good or bad. Well, they're both good. One was either withholding feelings from you, or the other was trying to come at you very cautiously. Whoever this knight may pertain to, it could be either or. I didn't feel like there was a third energy there, so it's either one of those stories relating to all 9 of these empaths. That's you'd be like, that's too many to relate to just 2 stories. No, it's not. There's like thousands of empaths. I'm only relating to 9. Okay, no, it's not. Okay, so yeah, there's 9 empaths here, and take it as it resonates. I don't care if it pleads to the masses of thousands of people, right? Like tens of thousands or millions. This isn't for tens of thousands or millions of people. This is for the gifted. This particular read. Okay, so this is all about an empath. They're very good at warring. Yeah, they're very good at warring. Evidently, they win their battles so much that they build more enemies than they realize. And be like, that's not my part. That's not my fault. I know it's not your fault, but sometimes maybe you should let the enemy win. What? That don't even sound right. I know, but if you keep always whooping someone's ass, eventually they keep upgrading the weaponry. Think about that. Be like, what do you mean? And it's like, well, you whooped their ass at a physical fight, so they got a knife. And you got really scared and really beat their ass when they got a knife, so they got a gun. You didn't win that fight. I'm sorry, it's a gun. You know, it's like your fists don't beat gun. So you might have won with the knife fight and kicked them with a blade in their ass and cut them for it. You really had to hurt them to deal with that dangerous situation. But it's the kind of situation that maybe you should slow down on building enemies. Don't always kill everyone with kindness, especially if you know it invokes the wrath that you think it does. When you know if you're invoking wrath in someone with killing them with kindness. People will be like, killing with kindness is the right way of doing things. It's not if you're actually using it as a weapon. If you're like, I know this is what pisses this person off and that's why I'm doing it, you're being a negative empath. Be warned on that, okay? Because if you know the weakness of someone and you blow it, unless it's like the truth of what they need to grow from, if you like just hitting their self-esteem, that's not our job as an empath. So be warned on that. Make sure that you're only teaching truth, that you're only teaching proper truth. Yeah, but I feel like, you know, nobody gets by you with this nonsense. I feel like you're like a 6 second radar. And you're like, what does that mean? It's like within 6 seconds that someone presents bullshit to you guys, you're onto it. You may not know why or what exactly it's all about or what details pertain in the specifics, but you got a general idea of what the hell this person's blowing out their ass before they even start. Now, my worry here is that you're walking into this, that you might be able to be aware of this particular individual, not this person's someone lovey. These are 2 people that are coming at you lovey, correct, adoring. Um, these 2 people, sorry, these 2 people are loving. This future situation is for your enemies, whoever you consider as enemies, even the people you may not consider as enemies that are united. This one is a particular one individual for 2 different types of empaths, of 2 different types of people that came for these groups of empaths. And they're just saying either one's coming very cautiously and the other person's coming very um, uh, trying to guard their feelings from them. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I had to ask spirit and get them to remind me. Um, yeah, so that's just all for avoiding this. These empaths also have the like. Seriously, I'm really getting multifaceted auroras on these empaths. Like you have more than one ability, maybe, or you're really strong at your ability that you're so good at it that you've taken it to a whole nother level that I can't even register on. I don't know. I'm not the strongest empath in the world. I'm one of the strongest dreamwalkers in the world, if not the strongest. An empath, I've met plenty of any other empaths that are way better at being empathetic than me and way better at sensing the energies better than me. Yeah, this person, I don't know, like I'm really getting like this one empath has to watch themselves with their negative energy too. I feel like you defeat people without even trying. Your truth is so cutting and to the point. Like I think when you have positive criticism, everyone takes it that way. But when you are pissed with someone or even slightly irritated when you diss someone, you hurt their feelings bad. You say it in a way that like hits right to the core of who they are. It's like you know exactly how to say it. Be careful with that double-edged sword. That's what I call that. Even though the Hollowed Victory sword ain't out here, I call that the double-edged sword. You know, because be careful, because as an empath, we have to always watch our negative emotions and our harsh truths. A harsh truth is only meant to use to stop someone from doing an immediate action. It's not meant to use to teach someone or encourage someone. Remember that. Okay? But other than that, we're all doing good. Other than this future bullshit. You know, very gifted. One of these empaths is a medium. One of these empaths, that's only one. I specifically only get one as a medium in the sense of empath and medium. Another is a psychic, though, probably a Gemini empath. That makes sense. Gemini empaths are generally psychic based, um, and generally good tarot readers too, even if they don't hit the empath side. Uh, so there might be a Gemini empath here. The medium, I don't know. I'm getting a couple signs on the medium. It could be any of those. I'm not sure which. Um, there's a clairvoyant empath. Wow, there's a clairvoyant empath. I never knew those existed. That's wild. You can be all up in your head. I mean, Geminis are all up in their head as thinkers, but clairvoyants see worlds in different lights in ways I even can't process. I'll stick with the spirit world. Screw that. 'Cause it's like a clairvoyant. If there was any gifted that was going to understand the ability of the divine or the making of the divine's plan and why it's in motion, it would be a clairvoyant. They would be the first to get it as the adult if anyone was going to, if anyone could. That's their gift. Is that complete clarity, you know? So yeah, there's like two of them. There's two empaths that have got clairvoyant sides. That's really cool. I almost think they're a couple too. Nah, that's not possible. That would be too far fetched. That feels like it though. It really does. It feels like there's a couple that might be a couple empath. Like they're an actual. That's so rare though. So rare that two empaths get together. I mean, it's awesome when they do. Great lovers, but is that what I want to say? You understand? I see things differently. I see the world differently. When I look in the card, I don't see just a picture. I see it moving in my mind. I see the atmosphere. I imagine I'm there. I want to know what's going on. I want to know how the air smells. I want to know how the water smells or tastes. You know what I mean? The sand that dude's standing on. I want to know, is it harsh sand? Is it soft sand? You know what I mean? You go to a beach where there's all prickers in the beach and it hurts to walk on the sand, or is this sand that it feels good between your toes? You know? I go beyond just seeing what the meaning of the card is. Yeah, there's these two empaths. I didn't remember dreaming about two lover empaths. Maybe I just didn't connect the two. That could be it. 'Cause I wasn't in, I'm not going to obviously be in two places at once, so it makes sense if I'm in one, I'm just realizing they're in love with someone, but not that they're connected. Okay. So what is it about these two? I'm almost sensing what is that? Not too many cards. I'm almost sensing trying to figure out what the name of that sign is that I'm seeing in my mind. Uh, I'm gonna wait for spirit on this. What is this sign? I'm trying to identify these two. Who are these two gifted? What I say about that Hollow Victory sword? It just came out. So watch it. Watch it. Look. Oh man. So Spirit don't want to listen to me. It's just saying its own message. But didn't I not say the Hollow Sword? And that's what popped out. Uh, wow. So it's really saying, back to reiterate, whoever it is that uses harsh truth, because that only came out to say, go back to that. You need to keep on that and correct that person. Watch it. Don't lose your divinity or your blessing or your grace because you're using your ability as a weapon. Okay? We know we're more dangerous than the common Joe. If we turn dark, we need to be locked up. I mean, that's all there is to it. We can cause chaos. We can cause cities to revolt, kind of shit. So, um, be careful. Okay, your harsh truth is doing more damage than you realize. And yeah, you may be proving a point, but to what? What was the cost of proving that point? If you cause a wound so deep just to teach a truth lesson, you might have put that person in a worse state of mindset and emotional set than they were already in before learning that lesson. And you might think that's their deserved karma and justice to do that. That's everyone else's deserved karma and justice. You're an empath. You're here to heal the world, not fuck it up. So don't tell me that's what they deserve. I mean, if you take it to the point where you make them weaker, the point is with truth is to make someone grow and get better. It may hurt. It's okay that it hurts them, but it's not okay that it takes them back a step. You see what I'm saying? It's okay to lower someone's ego and say, look, this is the truth. You want to live in a lie? Okay, here, but here's the truth as an empath from me to you. But it's not okay to demoralize, demean, or debase them. Okay, to the point of where you make them feel lesser as a person. They should feel lesser for their bad deeds and their actions that you're calling them out on. But you shouldn't go out of your way to decimate their character. You see what I'm saying? And your truth can do that with very few and simple words, where most would have to say, yell at someone for 6 hours, you're a fucking faggot, you're this, you're that, you're an asshole, you're a bitch, you're whatever. I'm sorry, I don't mean no discrimination here. But I'm just saying, like where people would spend hours trying to piss on, rag on someone's nerves and get them to blow up. You can do this in seconds. That's what this is saying. And you're doing it so well that if you're not careful with your words, that hollow victory is going to get you. You're going to cut your own throat. You'll be like, that's not what that sword means. Bullshit. When I was 17 years old and I was first learning to master the blade, the only time and the biggest time that I ever seriously wounded myself, I slit my own throat. Because I was trying an advanced maneuver before I was ready, pulling a blade under my throat and around to do a quicker slice. And the blade was an inch longer than I thought it was. Blood just started rushing out. That was the one time I ever cut myself. That's why if you're watching my martial arts videos, I don't cut myself. And you're like, how the fuck does this fucker never hurt himself? Well, you slit your throat one time, you learn your lesson. Because if you didn't learn your lesson, you'll fuck up again to where you're not gonna get the chance to do it again, especially with the way I willed. Yeah, so just watch your words. That's definitely about words. Your words are harsh. Like even your good words can come off that way because it's such utter truth. You're really good at it. I think you're so. Us empaths have a bad habit of being blunt with our words. So yeah. All right, so just watch out for that. There's a few warnings. I mean, yeah, these are all good empaths. Nothing wrong with them. No dark empaths here. I don't pick up on that. I just feel like this person is so powerful that they need to watch how they use their abilities. I don't think they realize they have them on when they think they're off. When they think they're being sensitive, they're not. They think they are. They think they're just being truthful, but there's a way to wield truth kindly, and there's a way to wield truth harshly. You know this, okay? So to do it right, okay? That's all I'm saying to you. I love you, empaths. I know you'd be like, don't talk to me like that. I'm one of you, and I'm going to tell you that, one of you is a little bit harsh on your vengeance, not vengeance, because it's not malice. It's like you only say simply what you need to say. I get that. And you only do exactly what you need to do to get the point across. But you're so smart and gifted that you could think of better ways of going about it. You could think of better ways of getting your point across without doing so much damage. You know how much damage you're doing and you're aware of it. So check that, That's all I'm calling there. You can still do it that way, But later down the road, it might have problems like this future shit where things erupt on you more than you're able to deal with. You know, I think like spirits are trying to warn you that temper your ability. Remember that yes, it can heal the world, but it can also destroy it too. You know, as the saying goes. You can protect the world with nuclear warheads, but you can also destroy it with nuclear warheads. Can you not? You know, I mean, look at peace times for protecting. Look at war times, Hiroshima for the war. You know. All right, that's all I got for this empath read. Let's get on to the next pick a card. I'm gonna finish them all. I'm not quitting. I know, like you fuckers are like, man, this gonna be one long ass read. I know. Let's hopefully this thing as long as the empath. All right, we got the Hangman. The Hangman. Like, what the hell you gonna do with a Hangman? How's that a gift? We'll get to it. We'll figure it out. Every card's got a gift to it. I do believe that. Getting stronger in oneself after a lot of debilitation delaying in your life. Hmm. Wow. Well, you didn't expect to read about a gift like this. Yeah, I dreamed about these other people, but if I dreamed about this person, maybe I didn't understand in the dream exactly what I was looking at because I remember who this was. This was that person that I was thinking of, like Rock Lee, but man, I didn't literally think it meant that. It means it in every way. I don't know if you're watching Naruto, but if you don't, it's okay, and they won't get it. But this is a perseverance person. Their gift is perseverance to life. What doesn't kill them makes you stronger, right? That's this person. What doesn't kill this person makes them stronger. And the more, in fact, the more people try to take them down, the better this person becomes at life. And that's just a weird, that's a unique ability. I'll give it that, because like it's like okay, we're gonna try to blow you up with a fucking bomb. Okay, well now I'm resistant to explosives. you know. Okay, we're gonna try to shoot you with a gun. Okay, now I'm bulletproof and wear a vest. What the hell? This person, and they do this by when they realize they have enemies or they attack them. Um, where it would cause most people pain. At first, it causes this person pain, but it's that pain that it's causing them that makes them immediately pause and that immediately makes them pause and refrain from any more emotional attachment until they give a full analytic view, if that makes sense. It really comes off as like someone that's like, ow, that hurt. Okay, wait. Put all these emotions aside. Why did someone just do this to me? You know what I mean? Something like that. Like it's like someone that's really analytical thinking or logical based, which I can relate to that thinking wise, but it's like they somehow have the complete access and ability to just void all emotion. They'll get hurt in the initial attack, but as soon as they realize they're under attack and they're not shell shocked no more, they immediately recover, put up a complete defense, put all their emotions aside, and they can't be hurt no more. Instead, they're now in study mode. You're like study mode. Yeah, this person goes into hangman mode, literally hanging upside down, seeing the world from a different view, from this person's view, more than likely, to try to understand their agenda, their reasoning, their game, and what they're doing, and why they're doing it. And then once they realize why they're doing it, they understand then that they understand then how to defeat it or how to best it in the sense that this can't work on them no more. They learn the weakness to the attack, and then from then on, when someone uses that attack on them, it never works again from any outside source. It doesn't matter if it's this person or someone else. So this is someone that you stab them in the foot, you'll never get to stab them in the foot again. They'll always be ready for it. You stab them in the back, you'll never get to stab them in the back again. They'll always be ready for it. You stab them in the eye, an eye for an eye. You'll never get to do it again. This is someone that each time they make a mistake, and people were like, haha, you didn't see that coming. I got you, motherfucker. Fucked you over that time. You're like, they go, you're right. You did. You did. You hurt me bad, too. You hurt me so bad that I'm never going to forget it. And they're like, see, I got you. No, you did. You taught me a good lesson. And now I'll never have to repeat it again in my life. Oh, I can make it happen again. You can. This is a person with that much resolve. They're like, nope, it worked once. It won't work again. I'm ready for it now. And when they're ready for that same type of attack, they'll be like, oh yeah, let's try it again. Like it almost goes to the basis of like when someone knows that when they talk about your dead mother or something, that it pisses you into a fight. They can get you to fight in front of a cop by just calling your mother a name or something, and they do it in front of a cop to get you in trouble. And the first time it worked, but after that did that again, they tried to do the same thing again, and it didn't work because obviously you're ready for it. You're mentally prepared. You weren't shell shocked and sent into a rage by your emotional status. You know what I mean? You're very well controlled once you're ready for what's coming. You know what I mean? Perseverance. This person radiates perseverance. Like people can knock this person down to a wounded state, and I don't just mean with the bandage on the head. I mean like a broken arm, a fucking gimped leg, the whole works. And this person crawls off into a hole to find safety and sanctuary, wherever that be, metaphorically speaking, of course, and heals and comes back. And this is when people left him for dead kind of deal. Like, oh, we left him. He's crippled. He won't make it out of the woods. We broke his legs, broke his arms. He won't survive. Just leave him here to rot and die and have a bad death. That kind of thing. And you just go crawl in a hole and a fucking whole shitload of wolves come around you and you're like, oh, fuck. I guess they got what they wanted. I'm going to get eaten. And these wolves just start laying around you in the middle of a winter snowstorm. You're like, what the fuck? And they're keeping you alive with their heat. Something like that. Like, nature came out of nowhere to protect you kind of deal. I'm not saying you're an empath or any of that or that you're an animal whisperer. What I'm saying is that people left you for dead and thought when they left you that you weren't going to come out of those woods. And you came out of those woods stronger, and they immediately tried the same thing or will try the same thing to put you back in those woods immediately on seeing you. And when they do, they expect it to work again and put you back in those woods and do it right this time. But as soon as they try their tactics, you're ready and you whoop their ass with judo and jujitsu and all that shit. Like you whoop the shit out of them. They don't expect you to be more powerful. They're like, we injured you. And you're like, yeah, but now I got stronger bones. When you break someone's arm enough, it eventually mends into where it's so strong it can bend steel. And you'd be like, you can't do that. I'm like, yes, you can. Trust me, I know you can. You can steel with bone. Be like, no, bone breaks. There's different integrities and degrees of bone. Look at Kimimaro on Naruto, a very good example. But that's actually true in human DNA too. Some people just have weak. You ever met someone that if you flick them, they get a bruise? But you met another person that you can sit there and punch them all day in the arm and they never get a bruise? Same thing. Different pain endurance. Okay. Anyways, this one's perseverance. You can't beat this person physically, spiritually, or mentally. I like this person. I like want to talk to them. They're like very intellectual based. They learn from their mistakes and they also learn from the others' mistakes. There's someone that's very observant. They like to watch. And when they watch people, they can learn from afar without ever having to repeat that problem or mistake themselves. They can actually say, oh, I saw Jimmy start a fight by saying this word to Maddie. And, that set Maddie into a rage spin. So now Jacob over here, who's this perseverance person, for example, Jacob as an example. I don't know who the hell you are, Jacob, Jane, whatever. Just using example names. Uh, was watching them make that mistake, and they know now never to use that mistake on them, and they'll never forget it. That's what I mean. They like store this little information in a big, humongous library inside their brain. I mean, this person's got a cathedral of a library of information and a well of knowledge. And people wouldn't think it either. They would probably think this person's street savvy or something. Or maybe they would think this person just didn't study. I don't think they realize that this isn't someone it could be big on books. This is someone that studies people. And they do it so well. They learn from everyone's mistakes. That's why they're so knowledgeable and wise. They learn from everyone's haikus and wisdoms. And they retain it. Almost can quote it, I would say. I wish I could quote, but I can't. But they can quote these things perfectly, you know. They learn very well from all the pains and problems that are presented before them instead of get crippled by them like their enemies intend. I mean, you were like, why don't you pull in any clarifiers? I didn't really need to. Spirit was really clear cut on this. You're like, that's one card. Well, You know, it's like some empath readers and it's like some tarot readers say, we don't really need the cards. I mean, I can sit here and pull 20 cards if you want. But that's more for my confusion than it is for yours if you think about it. It's because I'm confused. What does this mean? I don't get what that card means. Well, I get what that card means. And I don't sense any extra add ons. I feel like this whole thing is about the word perseverance. This person's ability is that they can achieve anything. And the more you try to take them out of the equation, the more they become the main player in it, if that makes sense. Pretty cool. I like it. Perseverance. Okay, we're done with that one. You're like, you didn't pull clarifiers. Man, I'm not going to if I don't need to. I'm not going to sit there and sugarcoat it. This is already a long message. Okay? I feel your energy, but, I'm not going to. And that's not spirit saying that. That's you guys as the audience. So I'm like, look, you just got to deal with it. If there's more, if there's somewhere I feel like with like a hidden message, I immediately picked up on that and pulled shitloads of clarifiers for it. But this person is a straight Rock Lee. There ain't nothing to tell them that Rock Lee couldn't tell them in Naruto. You know, it's an exact copy of them. That's why they win at everything. They never give up. They never quit. That's a non-quitter right there. I don't care if you sit there and wipe out their whole family tree. They'll still find a reason to live. I don't know. I don't know why. They just do. That they're a fighter. They're a survivor. And they're a deep thinker. So whoever thinks that person is stupid, they're a waste of time. They're a waste of energy. Whoever thinks that person is stupid because like they obviously don't understand that person at all. Okay, we got the cat's eye gate, which is funny because that's my protection stone, and then we got the tower. So that is saying there's a lot of changing. Um, wow, really? That's their ability? Okay, so this is that one I dreamed of like a week ago. Um, they're walking karma. This is about, and you were like, wait, you just come off as that. They're walking change. Okay, this person, I don't know what kind of ability to say they have because I'll pull from clarifiers to see if there's multiple. They might have multifaceted on this one, but their main thing is that they're walking karma. Uh, could be an empath. Doesn't mean they have to be. Could be a medium. Could be a psychic. Could be a clairvoyant. Could be multifaceted. Because when you're walking karma, you're an instrument of God, whether you want to be or not. At that point, you've either devoted. Well, normally you devoted yourself to God in that way, to where it would. Let's see what else it says on these two. Four of Cups. Well, this is good compared to that last read. Money fluctuations, Four of Cups, being offered something you may not want. Here's a cloud holding a cup. Here's three other cups. This guy is definitely looking smug, like, ain't good enough for me. Magical cup floating in the air with wishes and dreams, ain't good enough for me. I'm still looking at these other three cups that I don't want. Think, okay, you snob, you dumbass. Okay, you got a magical cup here floating in the air, and you're gonna take it. That's kind of like spirit saying, here, this is the right cup. Nah, it might be one of those three. See how he's doing that? It might be one of those three. And it was like spirits, like we picked those from the four of those, and here's the right cup. Nah. I'm gonna make sure it's the right cup. We're fucking spirit, man. We're divine. We know the answer to this. What's your problem? Here's the cup. Whatever. I always laugh at that card because it's like that person's just full of themselves. It's like, don't deny your intuition. That's definitely a denying intuition card. It's like, how do you say that? Because spirit's telling you which one's the right answer, and you're not accepting it. You're sitting there looking at the three wrong answers. It's like, okay, when a cup magically starts levitating and coming over to you with a little magical cartoon cloud, might want to take that cup. I'm just saying. Doesn't have devil wings, doesn't have a horn, doesn't have tail. Okay, we're getting on with that. Anyways, Eight of Cups is the other follow-up, which is money problems, turning your back, and walking away, knowing nothing more can be done. Boy, I can relate to that. Money problems, huh? Maybe that's what you're doing over here. You're turning your back on this, even though Spirit's offering it. There might not be much more you can do, or you might not be willing to invest into what it is. You're walking karma though, but yeah, you're struggling right now. Whoever this is, they're having money issues. They're not very tight on their cash. Pretty comfortable with who they are. This is also kind of like that one empath that where negative energy. If they're in a negative mindset, if they don't like you, you're having a bad day. If they do like you, you're having a great day. You'll be like, no one has that power. This one does. This one's walking karma. What do you think walking karma is? You'll be like, does that make him God? No, it just means that this person's pure. It means that if they're unhappy with you, you need to take a look at yourself and figure out what you fucked up on. You'd be like, why does it automatically make them right? Because they're walking karma. If this person reflects on you positively, you're doing right. They're not going to be untruthful. They're like an empath, but they're not an empath. They're something else. They're walking karma. Like this person, when they see you in a positive light, it's because they honestly analyzed you with a very well thought out mind and soul. They're not even their pride and their prejudices don't I don't think they have that though. They don't get in the way. This person judges fairly, which means that if they see you in a bad light, it's because you present bad things inside or out. One way or the other, they see it. That's what this is about. And that, yeah, I guess that could be sort of empath. But this is more about someone that their whole job in life is to bounce off of people like the chaos ball theory. If y'all don't know what that is, that was a thesis I knew way back in. Uh, Me and my buddy made it up in psychology class, I believe, like 10, 15, 20 years ago. Um, yeah, somewhere in there. I don't get the numbers right. But it was about basically like there's these giant chaos balls. That's like empaths, mediums, clairvoyants, all the gifted. And then there's the regular BBs, which is the normal people. Now you'd be like, you said there's no such thing as normal. I know, but there are some people that aren't gifted. Okay, there's a lot of people that aren't gifted. Okay, that have their own gifts physically, but don't have mental or spiritual gifts. Um, there's plenty of people that are physically better than me in so many ways, so I can easily accept that. You should be able to. But this person is yeah. Oh man, I lost my train of thought on that. This person's definitely gifted in the sense of how they go about this. I gotta get my thought back. Um, I think they're just walking karma, like because I don't think they'll give an unfair assessment to someone. Even if they backstab them, they'll judge them as harshly as they deserve. And generally, when they do and made up their mind on someone, karma takes effect for it. It's not to say everything they do has a karmic relay. It's just to say that afflicting this person when they have such pure intent brings bad karma to you. Positively helping this person brings good karma to you. If that makes sense. If you sit there and make this person laugh when they're feeling down, because I don't really get like they're that master of emotion kind of thing, like an empath. I feel like when they're down, if you pick this person's spirit up, you get a good blessing because they're the type of person when they're in a good energy, they pick up everyone's spirits. Not quite the same way as an empath, though. I feel like just them being jolly makes everyone jolly in a sense. I don't. Yeah, I guess that is kind of empathic. I don't know, but it's not. It really doesn't have an empath vibe. I feel like this is a normal Joe Schmo thinking kind of person, like in the sense of how they think, like normal. Well, there's that normal word again, but like typical people act in daily job function, daily life, 9 to 5, parenting, all that shit. I feel like this person's way of thinking is really different, you know. And the way they go about it is like, if they make up their mind negatively, they've done their homework on you to back that up. They're not gonna falsely accuse, is what I feel about this person. If they say you're a bad person and you've got no good in your soul, I'd probably kill you just for them listening to them because I'd be like, wow, that person just cast a judgment on you, God's judgment kind of deal. And this person isn't the type of person to do that full of ego. I don't think they have an ego. That's why I think they're specially made for this job. I don't think they have an ego like where this is for self gain. This isn't someone that does self gain. Very selfless individual. Very selfless on every level. I think that's why karma lets them have this blessing is because they won't just do something for selfish gain. It's not to say that they won't do something for their own gain, but they won't make a karmic decision on other people's lives, on their opinions, on their analytic thinkings because of others trying to sway them or others trying to present facts that are false. They'll know. And when they know the facts, they won't commit to a verdict until they know 100%. They're not the type of person that settles for 98 or 99% judgment. They got to know 100% that this person killed a child, raped it, and fucking buried it out back, kind of shit. I know that sounds fucked up, but that's what I'm saying. They will know 100% before they say you're guilty. And when they say you're guilty, anyone and everyone that knows them is now on their side to go against you. But they're not someone to rally people like that. If they did, it would be because of the truth of who they are. It's a really interesting person because it's definitely not got an empath vibe. The reason I say that is because this person doesn't, when they make these assessments, it's not an emotional vibe. It's a mental vibe, a very Einstein Q vibe. It's like this person solves everything logically and logistically, logically and literally. Like they use everything to the mental aspect. They don't allow their emotions to take deciding factors in their decisions. That's why they're not an empath. They don't, in fact, they do everything in their power to turn off their emotions so that they can make the most clear minded assessment. That's this person's gift is high acuity. I wouldn't be surprised if this person is off the Richter scales in the high IQ test. Like mentally, this person is badass. This person is someone that could probably build rocket ships if they just love doing it. Anything they put their mind or their heart, if they do put their heart into something, their mind comes with it with full dedication, and literally that just transpires it. It just like sets it off. Like basically what I'm saying is whatever they put their heart and their mind to, they achieve in trumps and spades. If they don't like what they're doing, they suck at it. They suck at it bad, like bad. They get this kind of bad. Like yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't like it. And you ain't gonna get this person to succeed at it after that point. That's about all I got to say on them. I did not have to pull two clarifiers for them.